Should you draft George Kittle in fantasy football this year? Well, let's talk about it. God, is there anyone sexier than George Kittle? God damn, that's a man. Anyway, George Kittle's a pretty good tight end. He finished last year as the tight end 3, and you'll never guess where he's going this year. It's the tight end 3. And the 40th overall player. And listen, Kittle is he's a player where year in and year out, he has never been overdrafted. Coming to this year, I was worried that after his great season last year, 15.7 PPR points per game, great for a tight end. That's basically the equivalent of having a wide receiver who drops 25 points per game in terms of tight ends. I was worried that he's going to get pushed up with, the McBride and Bowers of the world. But nah, McBride is, a late second-round pick. Bowers is a fringe first-round pick. Kittle's an early fourth-round pick. And that's just the favorite thing about Kittle is every year he's either right where he should be in terms of value or undervalued. Last year he was undervalued. 2 years ago he was right at where he should have been value-wise. And, listen, there is a little bit of concern with Kittle when it doesn't come to the other two elite tight ends. Because I do believe Kittle, McBride, and Bowers form the elite 3 of tight ends, and everyone else is just multiple steps below them. And that is that the main drawback of Kittle and why he's lower than the other two is that he's in a bit of a clogged receiver room. He has competition that the other tight ends don't have. He's got to compete with Ayuk, Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings, 4 targets. And, if Christian McCaffrey returns, McCaffrey's also going to catch passes. So that's the downside of Kittle. It's just there's more talent on his team as compared to the Raiders or Cardinals. But despite that, listen, last year, 15.7 PPR points per game, only one bad week in Week 13 against Buffalo. And I think there is some room for Kittle to, grow a little bit. Like last year, or improve, not grow, just to have better stats. He only had 8 touchdowns last year, which 8 is a lot, but I do think that, if this 49ers offense gets going, I think Kittle could have more because he's a really good red zone threat. And listen, yes, he could regress back into 2023 Kittle where he's where he's dropping 20 points the next week, then 0.5, then back to 20. But I don't think that's going to happen because I think last year showed that Kittle is really the cornerstone of this offense besides Christian McCaffrey. He is this consistent receiver who just gets the job done when you need him to catch a ball. And he's dominant. He got good targets. He caught the passes, and he converted into good yards. And I just think that there's no reason for Shanahan and the 49ers to take Kittle out of this premier receiving role. Honestly, if I was Shanahan, I would have Kittle be my number 1 receiver. And because of that, I'm going to give him an A+, just because I think the value of him this low really makes him that good.